What's happening, families? Kim Styles coming to you live from H-Town. The word that sounds served to a hater. But the beautiful people, how you doing? Say, man, hope them smiling face and living grace and you understand humility. Now, welcome to Porch Talk, where the conversation can range from politics to your bitch. Now, what I want to get into today, man, is a topic that don't nobody like to talk about because it's taboo in a sense. It's not really real, but at the same time, us as men can fuck up a relationship before we get into it by rushing in to try to put in the work to get sex. So the topic for that is, man, how sex can really ruin a relationship before it truly starts to blossom. Again, how sex can ruin a relationship before it truly starts to blossom. You know, we live in a society where a man would do everything to chase that bag and that cash, but also chase that woman's body. He's really not trying to get in touch with the inner person. He's not trying to get in touch with her inner beauty, her spirituality, none of that, her emotions, her mind. He's trying to get in her drawers. You get what I'm saying? And then you got the women out here who are chasing the men for the money that they got, not worried about their body, mind, or soul. Don't know what type of man they're dealing with. Then they allow this man to penetrate them with condoms, without condoms, and then they wonder why they stuck with emotions and loneliness. Men and women, they out here stuck with emotion and loneliness because they're trying to figure out, am I good enough? I just knocked down the baddest broad, and she still wasn't really trying to connect with me because guess what? She got her money in her dick, she gone. Same thing with fellas. They bought flowers, bought candy, they texting in the morning, they texting at night, and then boom, they ghosting. She like, I ain't heard from you. I ain't seen you. You ain't came to the job. And you like, oh, I've been busy. But you ain't been busy for them 3 months you was putting in the work to get that vagina. Once you get that vagina, you penetrate to it, you beating it up, you telling her how you feel, how you cut for her, and then you putting it to her like you really cut for her, you love her, and then bang, you just freeze everything. Now she's stuck over there. One day she's beautiful enough, one day she worth it, one day it's her life even worth living for because she feel like she done gave herself to a nigga, man, that wasn't really no good, and she feel like she played herself because she allowed you to come in. You broke down all the walls you need to break down to get in there. Then you break down her walls, and now she's sitting there stuck, crying, eating ice cream, calling her homegirls, trying to figure out what's wrong, what went wrong, and her homegirls told her, don't fuck with you. It's like your homeboys told you, say, my nigga, you need to watch her, but you still go fuck with her. You find yourself, Jack, you know what I'm saying, in a room, waking up with all your shit gone because you've been Visine or whatever it may be, put some pills on you, and now you know what I'm saying, but you thought this broad was it. She was doing everything to get next to you. See, what we got to understand, people, is that sex can be evil in a lot of ways if you don't use it properly, if you don't use the intimacy properly, the compassion of it properly, man. You know what I'm saying? The emotions of it properly, the attachment of it properly, the work of it properly. You get what I'm saying? Because it takes a lot to go in there. Anybody can stick their penis in and go till they come. But it's about when you want to make that woman get pleasure. At the same time, giving yourself pleasure, man. You know what I'm saying? Which complements that relationship, which shows that you care, you're concerned, you're being soft, you're being caressed. At the same time, you're being rough because you want to know, I'm not going to play with you. Same thing with a woman. So people, when we look at society, man, we got to ask ourselves, what is it really that we're searching for when we're out here? Are we searching for a relationship, a lifelong thing, or are we searching for something temporary? And if you're searching for something temporary, you need to make that understood so that all that extra can be played out. You ain't got to worry about your windows being busted. You ain't got to worry about being blasted on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, none of that. You know how this new society is. Don't screenshot your shit and they're going to blast the shit out you. That's just what happens. You know what I'm saying? And me being the man that I am, I understand that I can't be out here running around trying to put my peace in everybody, knowing I don't have no emotional attachment to them. You see, because once I get your sex, I don't want your emotions, I don't want your time, I don't want nothing. I done got what I want. And you understood that I wasn't trying to be with you, but the things I was doing was to cater to you. You get what I'm saying? When you understand what you're doing and knowing how you're progressing at it and what the end result's going to be, man, you tend to get good at that shit. You become a veteran at that shit. At the same time, there's a lot of veterans that end up sitting on the sideline because they didn't play their game so much that the shit done ran out. That's what you fellas got to understand, and you women, man, that some of this shit is becoming lame. It's fucking up society. It's causing people to get shot and killed, kidnapped or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Causing people to burn cars because you put it on them so good and play with their emotions so much, they don't even know who they is in that moment. Because when you tapped into them, man, they thought they was feeling the change within themselves. They were starting to feel happy. They were starting to smile, starting to feel life again, want to travel, eat, you know what I'm saying, just happy in general. All the while, it's temporary happiness that somebody's playing you for because they're really using your happiness as a crutch to get next to you and get what they need. You see, and sex is that crutch. And people, we need to understand, man, safe sex is important, but at the same time, you got Plan B pill. So a lot of women ain't really being safe out here. So you got dudes getting disease, taking it home to their wife, then their wife wondering where she got it from. Then boom, gonna find out she got it from my husband. He say he ain't been sleeping with nobody. He been faithful. Gonna find out he like got kids. Sex tends to bring about these things. Family, arguments, disputes. You know what I'm saying? Because of pregnancy involved, unplanned. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes get these girls and tell her that they got a rubber. Don't even put the rubber on. They go up in there. They knock out film. Boom. They ain't worried about it because they say Plan B. Don't take this Plan B pill. A lot of girls don't want to take it. You can't take it every 24 hours. You can't take it today, then take it tomorrow. You got to take it now. You got to wait so long for you to take it again. You get what I'm saying? So when you understand what's going on, people, man, you need to control your emotions, control your passion, and put it in check. And that'll save a lot of people, a lot of heartache, a lot of disappointments that come with having sex too early with somebody that you just met. Some people is a grown thing. Hey, I want to fuck. You want to fuck? Let's fuck. But then you end up in a fucking relationship, right? Boom, boom, boom. That's all y'all really doing. Y'all beating up, having drinks, y'all fucking. And then y'all go to asking yourself, both men and women, what are we doing? Am I really depleting myself just to be pleased by her because her pussy is so good? Am I pleasing myself with this nigga because his dick's so good? You get what I'm saying? He put it on the way I like it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason that I really got an attachment to them. They're looking at themselves and seeing that they ain't getting none for Valentine's, none of the holidays going by. They ain't getting the quality time. They ain't getting the quality phone calls, the quality texts, the quality cards, and them, what I'm saying, gift cards, whatever, you know what I'm saying, with the little cute words on it. But you just sitting there talking about, baby, how you have a nice day. You ain't getting no more fruit bowls, at work. After that, you gotta understand, people play people all the time. And what's the greatest thing to play somebody? People say money, but it's sex. Sex can bring about money because you can tap into somebody in the right way and make them open up their emotions to where they drop their wall. They be like, look, I wasn't going to spend this, but I'm going to spend this for. I wasn't going to spend this, but I'm going to spend this for him. You got women buying niggas cars, money, jewelry, all this here. Putting them in houses, doing all this here. Putting them on their feet, buying them trucks to go to work in. Then a lot of these dudes get on their feet after these women with this bread to put it all in them to make sure to show you that she's willing to help you in your dreams. Then once your dreams come to reality, you put her back in a dream state because now you don't have time for trying to say it's your work, but really it's that other broad that you're trying to tap into that now you got the money to sit in her face. That's what you're going to do. You understand? They go with women too. We look at this game, man, how it's played to go both ways. You got to understand when you stand in this game and how you will survive in this game. Because see, sex is not really all that when it's not really a connection involved. Anybody can get drunk, have a connection for that moment, and get together and explode. But it's what happens once you explode and reality sets in and you're laying there in the bed butt naked with somebody that you know you don't love, that you know you don't feel. But at the same time, you got to do this here with this person just to get through that moment. You know what I'm saying? You got to do the walk of shame. Drive home and shame like, damn, why did I do that? I ain't had sex in a year. Then boom, I end up sleeping with this cat. Now I really don't know what to think. I was doing good till you came into my life. Now you find yourself doing things, probably drinking, smoking weed, revisiting places that you took yourself away from. How? Because you allow somebody to confuse your emotions. Sex can confuse your emotions, people, and have you out here on some bullshit. You get what I'm saying? Not focused, not being properly trained, and see the etiquette of understanding that, hey, you just got played. Some people get played and go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Don't understand what it means because that's not normal. Don't no man do me like this. Don't no woman do me like this. You get what I'm saying? So people got to be careful because you can put yourself in a destructive situation, and it's all because you gave somebody pleasure. Catch what I said. It's all because you gave somebody pleasure, and that pleasure can lead to your life in turmoil, especially if you got a wife and kids. You got all this going on, good job, and you can tap into this woman over here. That's why I say, man, a lot of cats, man, be chasing bitches and hoes when they need to be chasing queens and goddesses. You get what I'm saying? Be chasing those women who got something, who you can connect with and be with for your lifetime. It's about getting with your finding your woman that you can become compatible with, you can wake up with every morning and be in love with. Because you can wake up with a bitch or a hoe every night, or a nigga or a thug or a dope boy every night. You get what I'm saying? You can do it every night if you want to for the rest of your life. Ain't nobody gonna stop you. But it's when you get tired and you're 40 years old, you've been doing this shit all your life, all of a sudden you want to settle down. And not everybody know your story. Like, shit, I don't want to fuck with him. I don't want to fuck with her. This nigga been fucking everything. She been fucking everything. I know his track record and her track record. So it's like you got to damn near go to another state, move to another hood for people that don't know you because they don't know your background. Because it's already tarnished. So the thing about it is holding wholesome as men and women. Not giving yourself away free. Yes, you want it. You see it, you touch it, you know it's soft. She done kissed you, all this shit. Y'all done had them little moments where it was almost there, and she like, "Now I ain't ready." But you rock hard, you got to go home. But you got to take that like a champ. She say she not ready. You get what I'm saying? And when you got a woman like that, you got to deal with that and be able to deal with that on a daily basis. If she say she not ready, don't make her ready to ruin her life, fellas. Same thing for women, but a lot of dudes ain't gonna tell a woman ain't gonna turn down a vagina. A woman will turn down some penis, but you put some vagina in front of a man who got a hard dick and some alcohol, whatever in his system, he ain't gonna turn it down. He been like, "Nah, I don't want to knock it down." He gonna go ahead and do it anyway. Take one for the team. So, people, welcome to Porch Talk, man. And I hope you got something out this here, man, so you can learn, live, and grow. You know, as my message always says, man, it's peace, positive vibes, and love over here at all times, but also correction. But see, I'm your ghetto theologist, man. I ain't your friend, I ain't your partner. My goal is to be family. Everybody who has friends and partners get fucked over. All who have family goes through like learning experience and growing with their family because its corrections need to be evolved, but also boundaries need to be understood so y'all can be better as family. So as I go, people, I'm gonna leave y'all with this here, man. As a wise man once said, just because you get thirsty doesn't mean that you have to sip water every time your mouth is dry. Let that sink in. Peace.